Now, in this session, we will discuss about returning data from child activity to parent activity. First, let us try to understand the terms. What is the meaning of parent activity and child activity? Let us say you are building some e-commerce application like Amazon, where user will be purchasing goods using your application, and assume that your application looks like this, where in the first activity user will select some items. For example, user has selected shoes and watch, and when he clicks purchase button, it will open second activity where user will do payment for purchased goods. Now, in order this to happen properly, these two activities should communicate properly. When I say communicate properly, in the first screen, when user clicks purchase button, that purchase button should start second activity, and we should pass total cost of goods to second activity so that it will display total cost in the second screen, where user can do payment by selecting appropriate bank. Here in this scenario, since main activity is starting second activity, so main activity is considered as parent activity, and the activity which is getting started, that is second activity, is considered as child activity. So let me mark that. First let me mark it P for parent activity and C for child activity. So when user clicks purchase button, parent activity has to send total cost of goods to second activity. Similarly, even in the second activity also, when user finishes payment, then second activity has to return transaction status, whether it is success or failure, to parent activity. Since main activity has started second activity, main activity may be eagerly waiting for the results from second activity, whether transaction has happened successfully or not. In case if second activity returns transaction success, then we can display in the main activity to the user transaction success and delivery details, delivery date, item selected, so and so. Have you ever observed any e-commerce application like Amazon? Once you do the payment transaction status will be displayed saying you have purchased so and so goods, and this is the delivery date and this is the delivery time, etc. Similarly, in case if second activity has returned transaction failure, then main activity will display transaction failure message to user with the reason for failure. Maybe for example, transaction has failed because of low bank balance, or maybe no internet connection. So here in this scenario, there is a two-way communication. We are sending data from parent activity to child activity, that is cost of goods. Similarly, child activity is returning the result data, that is whether transaction happened successfully or failed. But in our last session, we have seen only one-way communication, that is how to pass data from one screen to new screen. That is, we have seen only this step. Tell me how to do this. First we will prepare intent by saying intent in equal to new intent of this comma second activity dot class, and then intent dot put extra, you will put the total cost of goods, and then we will use start activity method. But we have not seen how to return the data from child activity to parent activity. That we will discuss now. Now I hope you understood the terminology parent activity and child activity. Now, in order to understand this, let me take a pictorial representation. Let us say our application contains two activities, main activity and second activity, where main activity contains one button to start second screen. Second activity contains two buttons, success and failure. Just to understand how to return the data from child activity to parent activity, I have taken one dummy example here. Now the requirement is, when user clicks start second screen button in main activity, we have to start second activity, and on the second activity, when user clicks the success button, we have to send a success message, some string message, to main activity. Similarly, if user clicks failure button, we have to send failure message to parent activity. In this scenario, tell me who is parent screen and who is child screen? Obviously, since main activity is starting second activity, so obviously main activity is parent activity and second activity is child activity. As per the requirement, let me draw the arrow marks. This button should send success message. If user clicks this button, we should send a failure message. Here success and failure are two string messages being passed to parent activity. To do this, we have to follow 4-step process. First, in this session, I will give you very brief idea about those 4 steps. In the next session, I will be elaborating in depth about those 4 steps. You can take in your notebook the first step. First, we have to check total how many number of child activities are there in your application. In this application, in this scenario, there is only one parent activity and only one child activity. Depending on the total number of child activities for your parent screen, programmer has to define that many unique integer identification numbers for child activities in parent activity. Here, these unique identification numbers are something equivalent to, in USA, every person will have a social security number as a unique identification number. Similarly, in India, you will be having Aadhaar card number as unique identification number. Similarly, in these type of scenarios, every child screen should have unique number. In Android terminology, these unique IDs are called as request codes, CODES. These request codes generally start with the number 1. For example, for first child screen, request code 1. For second child screen, request code 2, and so on. Let me show you how to define request codes in the parent activity. Remember, request codes should be defined in the parent activity, which looks like this: public static final int req underscore cd1 equal to 1. Here req underscore cd means request underscore code 1 equal to 1. As of now, don't worry too much about this request codes. I will be explaining later more. That is the first step. Remember, you have to define request codes of all child screens in parent screen. That is the first step. Second step is, tell me generally what will you do in this button click listener of main activity. When user clicks on the button, we have to start second activity. How will you start second activity? We have to prepare intent and then we have to say start activity. Here comes the second point. Since parent activity is expecting data back from child activity, we should not use start activity method. In place of start activity method, we should use one more predefined method called as start activity for result. That is a step 2, which looks like this. Again, don't worry too much about the exact syntax for using start activity for result. Just blindly remember, first step, define request codes. Second step, in place of start activity, use start activity for result, which will start second activity. Now coming to third step, when we say start activity for result, it will open second activity. Now on the second activity, when user clicks success button, we have to send success message back to parent activity, and similarly for failure button, we have to send failure message to parent activity. For this, we will follow third step. In this success button click listener, I will use 2 statements. First statement is set result underscore OK, and then we will use finish. This is a step 3. The purpose of step 3 is set result is a predefined method of Android which is used to send data back to parent screen. Here result OK is a predefined keyword of Android which says success. Similarly for failure, there is a predefined keyword called as result underscore cancelled. Whenever you use set result, immediately we have to call finish. Finish will close current screen, as we know already. That is a step 3. Similarly, can you tell me what should be written in on click of failure button? Set result. For sending a failure message, we have to pass result underscore cancelled. This is also predefined keyword. And then again you have to say finish. With the third step, data will come back to parent screen. As I told you already, don't worry too much about all these steps. I will elaborate all these steps in detail in the next session. Step 4 is catch the data coming from child activity in the parent activity using a predefined lifecycle method called as onActivityResult. That is fourth step. Fourth step, you have to come out of onCreate method of main activity. Then we have to define onActivityResult, which contains some parameters where we will catch the data coming from child screen. This is the 4-step process to return data from child activity to parent activity. We will continue this in the next session.